Hey guys, how you all doing? Just thought I'd check in. I haven't actually been doing a lot of paranormal stuff or urban exploring or anything. We've just been pretty muchly taking care of a little bit of health issues Bethany's been having, and that's sort of kept us away from being on the road a little bit and checking out a few places. So still going through a few little health matters there, and hopefully we'll get Bethany back on her feet a little bit better. Hopefully very soon we'll be able to get out there and do a little bit more. This area here, I've just stopped off at Vic Park. Thought I'd do a little vid, see what's going on here. This area, this is a mullock heap, massive mullock heap. This is only really just a road across the road from where I live, or where we live, and this whole area here back in the 1860s was one big mining camp, and there's a hell of a lot of miners out this way having a go at digging for gold. And underneath where I'm standing now, this whole area, there's a few mine tunnels. So back in the 1860s, this was pretty big for mining, this area. Whole area, you know, within a few square kilometres of this area. They dug quite a few trenches and dug a few tunnels. And this is the remnants of the Hand of Gold mine. So I thought I'd come up here, just have a little bit of a walk. It's not a bad little evening. So what have we been up to? Not much. Not a lot. We have got a couple of things in check that we want to do. And if you've been watching the vids, you might have noticed one from the Narina Hotel. Now we're planning to go back to the Narina Hotel as soon as Bethany's back on her feet properly again. We did go back for a second time. We've got a first installment on our YouTube, but which that was really good. We enjoyed that, and we went back for a second time. Now the interesting thing was that we'd set up some really interesting stuff up on the stage. We'd put a guitar on the stage, and we'd put up some sensor bits and pieces and some gear, and had some cat balls up there. And we had some of Beth's haunted dolls with us as well, and they were actually attracting kids. We got Children's Spirit come along and start interacting, and yeah, we got some really interesting interactions. And then at one point we had a bit of a nasty spirit sort of come through, and Jerry was on the camera at the time, and she ended up getting 2 scratches on her neck. So that was quite interesting. We ended up chasing the spirit out of the building, and we haven't been able to get back since to sort of case anything else out. I'm going to try and get up this hill here. I'll try and find the easy way. But the interesting thing was that we got some great footage and some great evidence of spirit activity the second time we went there, but when I put it through, tried to get it off the camera and onto the computer, just wouldn't happen. And I tried for a few days and it just wasn't happening. I wasn't able to get the footage off of the camera. Slip sliding up the slope here. Not the best of shoes I've got on. Not to worry. Yeah, I couldn't get the footage off the camera. And I thought, okay, the camera must be stuffed or something's going on. So I deleted the footage off the camera in the end because I had no other option. And straight away did a bit of videoing on the camera and loaded it up to the computer, no worries at all. So it seemed to us that the spirit, or probably that nasty one, somehow corrupted the footage. We just couldn't get it off the camera. So that was really interesting. Bit puff getting up that hill. I'm getting old. Anyway, right on top of the mullock heap now. Might have a little bit of a play up here. So I've got a K2 with me. And also got an S-box.
S-box.
So let's see if we can pick up anything on that. So I'm inviting any spirit that are around, particularly from the gold mining era. If you'd like to come and say hi, please do so. Like, what was that? Random back. So it's possible that there's spirits still around from the mining era. And it's also possible that there might be some people from the World War II era. Is there anyone from the World War II era? Because apparently at one point there was up to about 8,000 American servicemen camped in the area. Can you tell us, is that true? Is there nearly 8,000 people, Americans, camped in this area at one stage? I think the crows are making more noise than what you are. Have you sent the crows in, have you? Got a couple up there. We know spirit can send crows. Can send birds and insects. Have you suddenly sent them to me? Just to show that you're here.
Yes.
Yes! Okay, well, good on you. Well, thank you for that. Can you get them to come and sit on the hill here with me? I've got a little K2 meter over here too. You can set off the lights for me if you like. Can you tell me what your name is? Can you tell me how many spirit are here? Is there still a lot of spirit in this area hanging around? You're trying to use the crow's voice to communicate. Can you tell me how many miners were camped out here in the mining days?
Yeah, probably.
We got 240. Couldn't quite make that out. If there's anything you'd like to say, even if you want to say hello, be much appreciated. I have a lot of respect for any spirit, because after all you are people too. I'm going to go down to the bottom. I might try and see if we can get you down there. If you'd like to follow me, quite welcome to follow me around the parklands. And quite welcome to say hello when you can. Thanks for speaking to me. Too old for climbing hills. Okay, there's a shortcut down there, but I don't think I'm going down there. I'll probably end up on my ass. Might be good for the video, but not too good for me ass. Not to worry. Let's see if I can get down without breaking my neck. It's actually not too bad an evening tonight. There's a little bit of breeze about, but apart from that, it's not too bad at all. Alright, this is the interesting part. I might just turn the video off for a minute. Make sure I don't break my neck going down this slope here. Alright, I'm getting there. Been here a couple of times and we've got some a little bit of interesting K2 activity, and we used a sensor pod as well. And we had some interesting interaction with a Scottish spirit at one stage. Liked to play a few games. He was quite a nice gentleman actually, but every time I started to go up the hill a bit and I stopped for a bit, I invited him to give me a little bit of a shove, and he actually did that, and it was quite fun. And his name was Angus, so we found out over the necrophonics. So this parkland here has got a lot of different sides to it. It's quite a huge area, and each different section that you go into has got a little bit of a different vibe to it. Quite a well-used parkland. Sorry about the shaking on the camera. Don't have a gimbal or anything, so basically getting that walking view type of thing. Very cool. Nice and quiet this time of evening. Still get a few walkers through with their dogs, but once it starts getting dark, people tend to disappear from the area, which is a quite normal thing to do. And there's roadways all the way through this park. and there's one of them that is named Military Road, and that is basically because in that particular area was an area that was pretty prolific in the 1940s. A lot of people think they need to go miles and miles away to try and find some areas of interest, when in actual fact, if you look around in your own backyard, you might find some really historic areas. You know, every area's got its own little unique bit of history. This here is just a little rotunda. It's part of an area where they had the military hospital, and just over, well, you can't quite see it, but past my car there, if you can see the car. Oh, hello. Somebody's flying a drone by the looks of it. Good on them. That's what I want. That's my next investment, a drone. Geez, I tell you what, it's moving. You wouldn't be able to see it, you might be able to hear it. But anyway, as I was saying, it's all right, I'm just watching this drone. I can just see it's got excuse me, it's got a little light on it. Pretty nifty little thing. I want one. I want a drone. Right, this area here was pretty big, with a campsite for the military. As I was saying before, nearly 8,000 American soldiers were camped out here doing training and whatever for the World War II, part of the World War II thing. And in the in Ballarat itself, there was an aerodrome where they did a lot of training for the RAF and for flyers that were involved in World War II as well. And this is part of it, and I think there's a little bit of, don't know if you could quite see it, but there's some high grass sort of running through there. It's a big area of high grass. I think, you know, there's probably some ruined out buildings or foundations out that way as well. It did a little bit of a paranormal thing in this rotunda one night too, and we've got a couple of minor things which were quite interesting. So I thought, well, just come back here and I'll do an S-box and see if we can pick up anything more. Let's check it out. Okay, so I've got an S-box going. I've got K2 here as well. Real country, huh? If there's anyone here that would like to say hello, feel free to do so. You can use the K2 meter. You can use the S-box to sing out hello. Sing out your name. Can you tell us what your name is? Can you tell us how many are still in this area? 4. Did you say 4? How many are in this area? Did you belong to the military? Were you an American soldier? Were you an Australian soldier? anything you'd like to say, feel free to do so. And have a go at this cave 2 metre if you like. You can make a flash like that if you come close to it. Try to speak a bit more clearly if you can. I'm just going to turn this off for a minute. You can still hear the buzzing of the drone. Might see if we can catch that on camera. We'll take the K2 with us, and if there's anybody that's following us, quite welcome to touch the K2. Let us know that you're here. That'd be pretty cool if you could do that. We have a lot of respect for spirit. Just crossing what's called, I think this one's military road. Sure. You can probably hear the drone now. Don't know if we'll be able to see it. Probably like a little firefly. Nah, I think he's just taking it into land. I think he's probably decided it's a bit too dark now. But this whole area here, I mean, we walk through here, you can actually feel and sense spirit sort of following you around. We've walked through here quite a few times at night time, and it's just a really interesting area. I mean, because we've never really felt anything negative here at all. There's a little bit of Aboriginal energy that we feel here. There's you know, the military side of it. There's a mining side, a big mining side of it. And yeah, it's just all, it's a really interesting area. And it's, you know, it's one of those, sometimes you got parklands in your own neighbourhood that have got a bit of history to it, and we're lucky that we've got this here. But yeah, it's always good to have a bit of a dabble into history a little bit, even if you don't get anything. I'm not sure what we got on the spirit box, if we got anything at all. Definitely didn't get anything on the K2 tonight, but that's okay. Wasn't really expecting much at all. Where all the lights over there, that's all Sturt Street. That's the main drag going through Ballarat. So this is very central. And Ballarat's an old gold town. So there's lots of different history all over Ballarat. Just pop into the car for a minute. So anyway, hopefully we'll get back on the road again soon and explore a few places for you all, have a bit of a look at. We've got a few plans for a few different places, particularly next year as well. Next year's coming up very, very quickly. Just got a car behind me there. Don't want to blind him with my light. Not to worry. All good. Yeah, so we're just, like I said before, we're just taking care of some of Bev's health issues for the moment, and it's preventing us from being on the road a bit and sort of doing too many vids. And but we'll get back into it soon enough. And we just hope you all stay safe and enjoy life, because life is short. So enjoy life. All right, cheers, bye.